80s mod stuff. It all started off actually in 79-80 when a very small bunch of mods got together and started going down to a place called Stranded. And from there it moved to a hotel called the Sussex Hotel, which was owned by a dear little old lady called Stella. And Stella had a great thing for youth and youth culture, and she tried to encourage that by putting live bands on, getting kids off the street into her venue. It was good for her, it was great for us, so we got to see live bands and have our culture together. The scene just seemed to get progressively bigger and bigger. Our biggest scooter run was to Palm Beach in 1981, and we had 37 scooters on that run. So if you times that by 2, everybody was billioning, plus carloads of people, and that really freaked the police out in those days. So they actually put a roadblock up at Palm Beach and corralled a lot of us, and it was a huge thing for the locals and the newspaper, and so that was the first, I'd probably say, Australian initiation into cult gangs.
So would you say that the mods got off to a bad start there? Was there a bit of a bad reputation having the police involved? And
no, I wouldn't say that there was a bad reputation. The police were just frightened of anything. Congregation in large numbers, it didn't matter who it was or what it was. The police just didn't know how to deal with us, because here's all these people running around in suits and ties, and girls in miniskirts and makeup, and I mean, this is not sort of riot potential. This is, well, it was a fashion riot, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a thing of. It's been stated many times. It was a revolt into style, rather than a revolt out of style, like the punk movement and anarchy, stuff like that.
So you had to be pretty sharp to be a mod.
You did have to be sharp. You had to be. It's also been stated. Somebody was asked. A reporter asked a mod once, "Isn't it hot getting around in a suit and tie in summer, Sydney summer weather?" And he said, "Well, you're hot on the inside, but you're cool on the outside." So that was a very quotable quote. One that pretty much wrapped up what everybody was about. It was looking good. It was a revival of something that was started in the 60s by kids who were working class, who had very poorly paid jobs. They came from working class families. They had nothing after the war, and so they developed into this thing that they wanted to look sharp. They wanted to be better and better looking, better socialised, better money than their parents, and that all came full circle again in the 80s revival.
It's great, thanks. And so what's been your highlight for tonight? What have you been looking forward to?
Highlight tonight is running into people that I haven't seen for 30 years, and it's just like old home week, and you just get to see people that you haven't seen in all that time, and it's like, oh, I saw you yesterday. So that's been really good. Plus bands and one thing and another. All walking into this venue was like walking into something 30 years ago.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Enjoy your night.
Okay.